It's time once again. Welcome everybody. This is Ildras. What's up, Husky? Hit me with that collab. Hey everybody, how you doing? Just want to kind of start off, see how everybody's feeling. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I'm excited because earlier today I went out and I bought a notebook, just a little 3-ring binder, to take some notes. And I've got all these different tabs in here. I've got my lovely little drawings, my little goofy ass drawings for each race, and I'm actually just kind of going through making build orders, not making them, studying them, and just trying to take some notes while I go along, watching some streams. I was actually watching Idra a little bit earlier, just taking some notes on the things he does, all that kind of stuff. Just trying to get better. Need to get better. I want to get better. Let's get better together. So, I've got a fun StarCraft 2 replay for you today, sent in by my buddy Archon. If you haven't seen the other games that I've cast of his, go check those out. Those are definitely awesome. They're definitely worth watching. Excuse me. This one is another ZvZ, and it's an entertaining game, to say the least. So, let's actually go ahead and bop right into it. Okay, so this is from the Diamond League, where Mr. Archon recently achieved yet again. Again, congratulations. I hope you get to Masters. My goal, however, is to get into Platinum, or rather to get into Diamond before you get into Masters, and it's going kind of slow so far. Hence the notebook and the studying and the excitement. So, thank you for the replay, sir. Let's get into it. Alright, in the top left corner of Belshire, we have the Challenger, representing Team DWO, Yagi, as the Blue Zerg. And in the bottom right corner, we have our hero, the champion, the Red Zerg, CBX's own Archon. So, this game's going to start off, as all games start off, with some drones. Well, actually, is it? We see no drones coming from Yagi so far. He has stopped on 7 supply. Interesting, eh? And you see the pool go down. So we have a good old-fashioned 7 pool coming out. I haven't seen this since, God, months and months back in Wings of Liberty. And even then, I don't know, this is kind of a big map. Kind of a really big map, actually. We'll see how that pans out for Mr. Yagi. In the meanwhile, we have Archon getting his Overlord sent out, getting in position. He's going to scout. He's going to drone scout on 12. So he is going to pick up some information on this early pool. And at the same time, he is going to... He's going to get up to 15. 15 drones. 15 drones. And... Okay, and there he goes. He's going to pull first. We have double extractor trick coming down from Yagi, which means he's trying to get out 6 lings very quickly, which he will do. And we have Archon coming in. He's going to scout this very quickly. He already sees the pool. He knows something's up. He sees the eggs already morphing, and he does happen to see those lings coming out. And we actually have this Overlord here. Even if he didn't see those lings, it looks like this Overlord's going to spot them. Oh, actually, just... Oh, okay. So just barely. If he's paying attention right there, he did see them, if not from the drone. Let's see how this turns out, though. You know, really with the 7 pool, though, you're supposed to bring a drone or 2 with your 6 lings to... just to morph a spine crawler or 2. And the main idea with that is to use those lings to protect the spine crawler and just force the opponent to lose mining time with his drones. But these lings are going to get in. They're going to do some damage. Oh, you see Archon moving in with these drones to protect his spine crawler. And his own lings pop out. Oh my god. Brilliant play from Archon. That was beautiful. He does protect the spine crawler. These lings are going to force Yagi's lings out. And we see he did absolutely no damage with that 7 pool. So already Yagi is in a big hole. Archon continues to tech up and he continues to drone up. Beautiful play from Archon. Beautiful. So, we see a gas going down for Yagi now, which is fairly standard. It looks like he's going to want to go into either early Ling speed or he's going to go into Banelings. He gets a second gas, though. That's a little different. That I would not expect, just because the one gas is going to give you enough for either Ling speed or your Banelings. That's a little strange. We see Archon is getting his expansion down before taking up into Banelings. Not yet getting Ling speed. Of course, he doesn't have the gas down, so he couldn't. GG. So he's gonna pull these 3 drones. He's gonna put them on gas, and I imagine with the first 100 gas, he's gonna go ahead and get Ling speed, and then after that will be the Banelings. And my keyboard is freaking out. Okay. So we've got this one overlord of Yagi sitting here on this tower, or not the tower, but this little dead space here, just kind of keeping an eye on this ramp and this ramp at the same time. Oh wow, we actually have the queen coming down off of creep for Yagi to attack this overlord, and it does look like it's going to manage to get it, but he is trying to get over to this dead space area right here. Will he be able to make it? This queen's moving in. The overlord's getting very low on health. Only a few more hits, but wow. It disappears into the high ground. Clutch play, Archon. Very clutch. So we have Yagi going in. It looks like he's going to send this drone in to take his own natural expansion. There we go. We have some Banelings morphing in. That one overlord. Let's see. Archon is moving his spine crawler down to the natural, moving his lings out. He's going to take this 2 lings to go scout with. I keep wanting to use my keyboard for camera, but it's freaking out on me right now. He is going to spot this small force of lings and banelings coming down with this tower. And we'll see if Yagi decides to take the tower. He does not. He wants to move straight in for the attack. 2 lings and 3 banelings. Could do a lot of damage to a completely unguarded drone count, but that's just not the case here. Oh, he's going to try and morph in more banelings. Archon comes in and forces the banelings to attack. And we've got a small battle going on. The spine crawler does take out one of the banelings. The more the banelings go down, and Archon moves in with a lot more lings while getting another spine crawler. He's going to force these 2 banelings to detonate. They do get a few kills, but that spine crawler is able to clean it up. Very nicely done. We're going to have continued aggression from Yagi, morphing in a couple more banelings, while Archon continues to get his lings out. He's going to move in, he's going to attack these lings, and he's going to get a surround on the banelings. He's going to takes 1 down, but the other one, wow, it didn't detonate while on top of all those lings. That was a mistake. He could have hit the X button and actually detonated it manually. He's going to, wow. So Archon finishes speed, and he's going to be able to get in there. He's going to take down all the lings and the banelings. That aggression is shut down. Yet again, Yagi is just having 0 luck in this game. So Archon does move in for a counter attack. He does see some banelings morphing, and he's going to go to town on them, but that queen and the other baneling is going to force them back. And now that these banelings have completed, he can't go in there. He does manage to send in 1 ling and get a detonation. He's going to try and do it again. Will he be able to? But this queen is right on top of it. It is going to take it down. So 4 lings go in. We get 1 more detonation and 1 baneling low on health. Oh, he's going to send it after the queen. The queen's taking a lot of damage. These 2 banelings are sitting there idle. They're going to move in finally. They're going to be forced to detonate on those lings. But the queen is almost down. Archon's able to micromanage these units perfectly. He's going to take out that last baneling. He's going to get in and get a surround on this queen. And it is going to go down very fast, but not before able to getting that larva injected. And that was a good move by Yagi. Wow, Archon is able to escape with those lings, though. I never would have thought he would be able to get by. Well done. Well done. So we see Archon is going to go ahead and take both of his gases, and he has already got his lair up. He's going to take all 4 gases. We see Yagi moving in with continued aggression with more lings. Finally has speed of his own. But we do see that Archon is taking that Spire with a double evolution chamber. Ah, he's forming the wall. Very nice. Double evolution chamber wall while taking up to Mutalisks. We have the lings coming out to get aggressive, and they're going to take on all these lings. Archon actually does have the higher ling count, so he will force Yagi's lings back. And he morphs in a few defensive banelings, and these two Evo chambers to finish. He will likely move the spine crawlers up a little bit, just to kind of force a funnel through this opening here, and to dish out damage if anything were to come attack these two evolution chamber walls. We have Yagi going into roaches now, which is very unusual in ZvZ these days. Typically it goes straight into Mutalisks, but Yagi went behind severely with that failed 7 pool, and he's now just trying to catch up. He's actually trying to do it with roaches. It looks like he might try a Baneling bust on Archon's wall into the roaches streaming in. We'll see if that does happen. And we have Archon actually using these overlords for vision very, very nicely. Just to check for the third of Yagi at any given time. He does... Oh, shit. He morphs in 12 Banelings. Takes all 12 of the Zerglings he brought with him and morphs them all into Banelings. He's going to come in with these 8 roaches here. He's going to try and do a lot of damage, and it is possible. These lings do come in, they do see the roaches, and they're going to be forced to back off. He did actually move those 2 spine crawlers up into actually part of the wall. He's going to morph in 2 more after noticing those roaches. Very good play. Continued larva injects, and these lings are going to be forced to back off. But actually, this is a mistake. He's going to be able, because of those lings are over here, Yagi is forced to have his banelings set aside, with unable to go attack the wall. Because of all the lings of Archon, he can't use them to attack the wall. And these roaches are going to go down. The spine crawlers plus all the lings are going to be able to take them out very easily. And that final baneling does go down. He is forced to retreat with the rest. Oh my god, Archon's banelings are getting in. They got a good detonation off. He does use that last one. Oh! 2 banelings left from that huge roach baneling attack. There are 2 half-health banelings left. Incredible. But we do see that Yagi is morphing in 20 more roaches, while Archon is getting his Mutalisk count up and going into melee and carapace upgrades. And that's going to be for his Ling Banelings, which is a very good idea. We see the Overlords for Yagi moving out, just going to go try and detect any kind of bases, any expansions that might go up, as well as watching the attack paths. We see a macro hatch going down for Archon as well. And the third of Yagi is going to attempt to go down. However, because Archon had this Overlord sitting right here, he knew at the moment that it went down, and he moves in those Mutalisks to take it out. Well done. And this Queen is going to go down very quickly. Cannot handle these Mutalisks. He's going to move in, but he does see all the Spore Crawlers. And because Yagi put these Spore Crawlers up, it means the game cannot end right now. Otherwise, without these, the game would have ended. Just simply been done by the Mutalisks. At the same time, we have that counterattack with the 20 roaches of Yagi. But these lings, there's so many lings here. They're moving in, they're doing a lot of damage to these roaches with that 1-1 upgrade. But it's not going to be enough. The roaches will clean this force up. And we do have Archon moving the Mutalisk back in to help protect this. These 2 spine crawlers are going to get some extra damage in there, as well as these 2 queens. He will be forced to move these drones out of the way, however. There are simply too many roaches. And the Mutalisks do come in, and they are going to quickly devour this roach army. We also have a ton of lings popping at the same time. All of this is going to lead to the absolute demise of Yagi's army. Just absolutely crushed. So we see that Yagi got these 2 extractors, but he has not been mining off of them. I'm not sure why. He does have a huge amount of gas, so perhaps that's why he's decided not to pick them up. He just wants to stay on minerals, but he's completely oversaturated. And he does now finally get some drones in on that gas. That's good, at least, right? We have Archon moving up to +2 attack. You could actually go ahead and get +2 carapace on this. I guess he's not wanting to. These overlords are going to go down very quickly. He does get supply block. Big mistake, big mistake. We see Yagi actually panic, hit that V button 10 times using a ton of larvae. Actually, I want to pause the game right there. We see this Hydroden going down as well in response to the Mutalisk, so he is going to attempt a Roach Hydra composition against the Mutalisk, and of course this isn't going to work because just the huge economic advantage that Archon's going to have by the time anything is going to happen for Yagi, and that is the power of the Mutalisk. But let's just kind of take that out of the equation right now, and I want to look at the cost of these 10 overlords. That is 1,000 minerals and 10 larvae. So we're going to get him completely on supply blocked, but I actually did the math on this, and he would have been able to get out 16 Hydras if he would have just formed 5 overlords instead of the 10. So as soon as that Hydroden is finished, he would have had, I think it's like 6 extra Hydras. Not that it matters in this case, simply because Archon has so many mutas. He's sitting on 15 right now, and those 15 are going to murder the upgrade or the unupgraded Hydras of Yagi. And of course Archon is continuing to create mutas, and they're continuing to come in. We see them streaming across the map right now, coming to reinforce their muta brothers in the destruction of this lawless blue Zerg. So, what else do we have? We have Carapace coming down for Archon. That's mainly because most players would be going into mutas themselves, and Carapace is definitely the upgrade you want. But I think in this case, just because Yagi is so far behind and he is unable to go into mutas, attack would have been better. Of course, Archon doesn't realize that he's not going into mutas, so there you go. So we have these Hydras out on the field now for Yagi. There's simply not enough of them. Maybe if he could force an engagement into all of these Spore Crawlers, he might be able to hold them off and actually do a good bit of damage. There are 6 Spore Crawlers here, and they do extra damage now against biological, so they do 30 damage per shot against Mutalisks now, which is very good. We have Archon actually getting his saturation up on his 3rd while continuing production and taking a 4th. And that is possible simply because he has absolute 100% map control with these Mutalisks. They simply move too fast and they completely counter Yagi's army. Even though there are a ton of Hydras here now, these Mutalisks aren't going to be able to directly engage, but the Mutaling Bane composition is going to murder this. So we have an absolute ton. We have 68 Lings versus 18 and 23 Hydras. We also have Banelings in here. These Lings are going to come in. They take out so many of Yagi's Lings, and these Hydras are going to be forced to back off. You see so many explosions going down. These Lings are moving in. They're surrounding and trapping a ton of Hydras. The Hydras are moving away though. They're not going to get anywhere. These Speedlings are going to trap them. The Banelings are going to get in there. The explosions are going to go off, and the Hydras are going to disappear. And after that army is evaporated, Yagi gives out the standard "Veru lucky nobi" and leaves the game. So that was a pretty damn cool game by Archon. We saw a very, very bad opening by Yagi. with that 7 pool, so don't try it. Cheesy stuff doesn't really tend to work out against better players so well. Every now and then you'll get lucky and they'll miss a scout, or they'll forget to scout. Maybe this one game they decide they're not going to. It just doesn't happen often enough to justify playing cheesy games, and it doesn't make you any better. So, play good games, play standard games, play macro games, do better builds. Visit my buddy ZvZ over at his YouTube channel. I actually have a link down below after this. He can actually teach you to build better builds, so go check him out. I think that's all I got for this game, guys. GG Archon. Keep sending me replays. I really appreciate it, man. And more GG, more skill. Guys, I'm out. Peace.